by faith of a Mashiach Yahushua might be given to them that believe. You gotta have strong faith. Look at Romans 11:32. For the Most High have concluded them all in unbelief, that he might have mercy upon all. All is a certain number, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Verse 31. Even so have these also now not believed, not having faith, that through your mercy they also may obtain mercy. Through the mercy that he's going to give those that are the called and the chosen, he might have mercy. He's going to have mercy on them that's going to come in, of the Israelites. And of those that's going to learn these laws, such commandments of these other nations outside from Esau. Because everyone going to learn these laws. Everyone. Look at verse 33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out. So that's why I say his ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts. But here people gonna make a judgment call on him. You better watch out. You're walking on dangerous ground. Ezekiel 16. Go to Ezekiel, the 16th chapter. And we're going to read verse 63. That thou mayest remember and be confounded, that's confused, and never open thy mouth any more because of thy shame, when I am pacified toward thee for all that thou hast done, said the Most High. See? He's going to bring it. That thou mayest remember to be and be confounded, and never open thy mouth anymore because of thy shame. It's going to be there. When I am pacified toward thee for all that thou hast done, said the Most High. So I don't think people getting away with anything, and that's things that you have done in breaking his law. Romans 3:19. Romans 3:19. Now we know that what things soever the law said, is said to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before the Most High. So the law is speaking to who? Those that are under the law. And we read Psalms 148:19 and 20. We can get another one. Psalm 78:5. And this kills our religions, because he didn't give us religion. This is what he gave us. This is what he said. Psalm 78:5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law, not a religion, in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. We're supposed to teach our children, the children can teach their children, that they might set their hope in the Most High, and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments. Very important. That's his laws. It might not be as their fathers a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright. They didn't set their mind aright. And whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High. That's why we went into captivity over and over again. So us not following the law, statutes, commandments, the Most High did this to us, his chosen people. What do you think he's going to do to the ones that's not his chosen people? Just let them come on in. All they got to do is just say, I believe in the Lord. I believe he died the third day and rose the third day. He died and rose the third day. And I'm born again, filled with the Holy Ghost. That's it. Come on. Did Esau let you go from kindergarten to 12th grade with just one little line? Come on. I mean, how you put him above the Most High and all this that needs to be done in learning his word, searching out the mysteries of the Most High through his word. And you're going to just think that you're going to just go to the kingdom by just saying something? Man. Romans 7 and 12. Sad. Romans 7 and 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. See, the law is holy, pure and righteous, and just. And the commandment holy, pure and righteous and just and good. That's what's good. The law is good. Was then that which is good made death unto me, which is the law? Most High forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin, the transgression of the Most High's laws, working death in me by that which is good, that sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful. For we know that the law is spiritual. Hear that? The law is spiritual. That's how you become spiritual, because you're following and obeying in obedience the Most High. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. See? Sold under sin. Galatians 3 and 21. But you understand, as Paul is becoming the man that he is, to be able to write most of the New Testament, he went through a lot. He went through a whole lot before. I repeat, before he had to go and suffer for Bahasham Mashiach Yahushua name's sake. Because he suffered for it. He went through it. Because he was not a righteous man concerning those that were actually rolling in the spiritual power by Shema Mashiach Yahushua. He was against that. So yeah, he dealt with a lot of sin. But he paid for it. Galatians 3:21. Is the law then against the promises of the Most High? Is the law against the promises of the Most High? The Most High forbid. For if there had been a law given which could have given life, verily righteousness should have been by the law. So if there was a law given that would have given you everlasting life, then it says truly, verily, righteousness should have been by the law. Should have been by the law. Without any faith. But that is not the case. Hebrews 7:19. For the law made nothing perfect, but the bringing in of a better hope did. And that hope is dealing with what? Faith. Faith is nothing but hope, by the which we draw nigh unto the Most High. through faith, believing in him. Galatians 2:16. Galatians 2:16. Look what it says. Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua. Even we have believed in a Mashiach Yahushua, or by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, that we might be justified by the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. But it's not telling you that you can break the law, and just because you have faith in a Mashiach Yahushua, that's not what it's saying. Believe me, that is not what it's saying. Look, Romans 3:31. Do we then make void the law through faith? Most High forbid. Yeah, we establish the law. So how about that? That's giving you that balance. Because the only law, like I said, that was, you can see that was eradicated, that they stopped doing, was the law of sacrifice. That's it. A lot of times you see, we're not under the law, we're not under the law of sacrifice. But you shouldn't have to sacrifice or go to the Most High for forgiveness, because you're supposed to be following righteousness, which is following the Most High's commandments, his orders, his rules and regulations, and having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, going to the Most High on our behalf. But see, some of you just caught up in whatever you caught up in, and if you don't know the law, then you think wrong, you speak wrong, you act wrong, because you haven't studied the laws. Go to Romans, the 1st chapter, 17th verse. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. We got to live by faith. We got to believe in this. The just shall live by faith. Romans 8:2. For the law of the Spirit of life by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua have made me free from the law of sin and death. See, that's what I'm telling you. The law of sin and death was the law that Moses gave. We got the law of the Spirit, which is in by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, which gives us that grace and mercy. Because you sin, some sins was like kill them, death. So there ain't no mercy and grace. You do it, kill them. Now we have mercy and grace through our faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. For what the law could not do, verse 3, and that it was weak through the flesh, we didn't follow it as we should. The Most High sent his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh. In the likeness of sinful flesh. And for sin, condemned sin in the flesh. See? He sent him in sinful flesh. So the angel, people talking about the angel had intercourse with Mary and impregnated Mary. And y'all trying to say Mary is holier than thou, but the Mashiach Yahushua said, when she carried her and his brother and sister came to see him, he said, who is my mother and my brother and my sister but them that do the will of my Father which is in heaven? So he came in sinful sex, sinful flesh, through sex with Joseph and Mary. Sinful, what it says? For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sent his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh. Just like all of us came through the bodies of sinful flesh. And for sin, but for the sins of the 12 tribes of Israel. Condemns sin in the flesh. He condemns sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us. See, the righteousness of the law, which is good, which is true, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk out not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. What Spirit? The Holy Spirit. Remember, we're supposed to teach us of all things and confess of a Mashiach Yahushua who confesses of the Most High, that we can learn of him. But if you don't follow this order, how is it helping you? For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded or to think of the things of the flesh is death. Because you're not going to be doing what's right or righteous according to the Most High. You're not going to be obedient because you're going to be dealing with all this wickedness that's of the flesh that we went over earlier. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. The carnal mind is at war with the Most High. The fleshly mind is at war with the Most High. For it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. Because that's what I was telling you, someone that, you take someone of the world that's not really, even though these secular churches that say we're not under the law, we're under mercy and grace, they ain't studying the law. They're not studying the law. But yet still, when you bring it to them, that's why I said you can't bring the law to them because they're not going to accept it. Because they first and foremost been programmed to say that they're not under the law. You talk about they're a Gentile. The law was given to the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. But they say they're Gentiles, but they're under mercy and grace. Mercy and grace was given to Israel. Only the Israelites, not to these other nations or to the Gentiles who they say they are, yet still they are Israelites. See, this is confusion. Straight confusion. Verse 6, Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, because you're going to keep the commandments. And you're going to have the peace that Mashiach Yahushua say he going to give us, because it's not like the world can get, because the world not going to get it because they dealing with carnal or the flesh. What feels good to them? Emotions. Especially generations now, they all emotional. It's all about emotions. Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. The carnal mind is at war. Enmity means at war against the Most High. For it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. But they think they are, but they tell you, those that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. They cannot please the Most High. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. If so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now if any man have not the Spirit of Mashiach, he is none of his. So if you don't understand how the law of the Spirit works, then how are you a Mashiach? You still walking around with this your fleshly lust and emotions and always upset about worldly carnal things. Has nothing to do with the Spirit. And if Mashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. You see that? You got to understand this. I mean, that's real clear to me. Sin is transgression of the law. So if you sin, you're going to bring about death to what? Your body. And that death is more than